Dear Chairman, dear colleagues, good morning everybody. So let me begin emphasizing that we gather here in Porto at a time when the political and security dynamics within the OSCE region are in flux, with new and often consequential developments occurring almost daily. This moment calls for our close attention, our collective wisdom, and above all, our renewed commitment to dialogue, cooperation, and the fundamental principles that underpin our shared security architecture. Before I turn to the substance of my report, allow me also to express my sincere appreciation to the officers and the staff in the background of our committee for their excellent cooperation and support throughout the past year. Our close coordination has been instrumental in ensuring the effective work of the committee. I would also like to extend my gratitude to all members of the committee and to all colleagues from the OSCE EPA Bureau who have been in contact with me in course of preparing both the report and the draft resolution. Your valuable input, suggestions and feedback have greatly contributed to shaping the documents that I'm presenting today. Given the many security challenges that have emerged over the past month, including the newly erupted war in the Middle East and the other developments affecting our OSCE region, I must emphasize that the report and draft resolution I present today reflect the situation as it stood during the preparation in February, which feels like history in some aspects today. Therefore, I welcome any updates or amendments that colleagues may propose to ensure that the resolution accurately captures the most recent developments. I will support most of them. Our shared goal is to present a text that offers a timely and comprehensive overview of the most pressing threats to peace, democracy, and security across our region. At the center of this picture remains Russia's ongoing war of aggression against Ukraine, a blatant violation of the Helsinki Final Act and of international law. My report and resolution reiterates our strongest condemnation of this war and calls for the immediate and unconditional withdrawal of Russian forces from Ukraine's internationally recognized territory. They also highlight the devastating humanitarian consequences of the conflict, including the unlawful deportation of children, attacks on civilians, and destruction of critical infrastructure. I'm also raising concerns about the possible suspension of military support to Ukraine by international partners, which risk undermining the country's defense capabilities and shifting the balance of the conflict. In this context, the documents call for sustained political, military, financial, and humanitarian support for Ukraine, while reaffirming the fundamental principle that any peace process must include Ukraine as an equal and active participant. Beyond Ukraine, the text addressed a range of regional and thematic security concerns. They highlight Russia's hybrid tactics in Moldova, the systematic repression in Belarus, the destabilizing presence of Russian troops in Georgia's occupied regions, and democratic backsliding in parts of Southeast Europe. At the same time, we need to acknowledge some positive developments in the OSCE area, such as the progress in Armenia-Azerbaijan peace negotiations and the historic border agreement between Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, as signs that diplomacy and dialogue remain the foundation of durable solution of conflicts. The report also draws attention to the volatile situation in the Middle East, where Israeli hostages are not released since 632 days, most of them already dead, where people face humanitarian suffering and the rule of international law is violated frequently. Durable peace, a significant improvement of the humanitarian situation, and finally a two-state solution with Israelis living in safe borders and Palestinians living in safe borders remains our main goal. Importantly, both the report and the resolution place a strong emphasis on resilience, whether in the face of aggression, disinformation, energy insecurity, or institutional fragility. They highlight the vital role of OSCE EPA structures, including the Parliamentary Support Team on Ukraine and the work of our special representatives in supporting democratic institutions, human rights, and regional stability. Dear colleagues, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the Helsinki Final Act, a milestone that reminds us of the principles that underpin our shared security. Those principles, sovereignty, territorial integrity, peaceful dispute resolutions, and respect for human rights, are being tested like never before. These documents are a call to defend those principles with clarity, conviction, and collective action. I look forward to your feedback and contributions and would be glad to discuss with you any comments you might have. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to the discussion.